Hey everybody, it's TheDude here, and today we're going to do a steering dampener on my 2004 CBR F4i. Don't have a lot of camera time, so let's dive right into it. First move, remove your little head cap. You're going to need a 30mm socket for your factory bolt. Make sure you preload your bars to the side. Oh shit, hang on. Okay. Once you get that off, you don't need to keep going with the wrench. It is fairly smooth threads. Alright, wipe that clean. Make sure you have no washer. The GPR will not allow me to use this nut. I have to use the new one that they've supplied. As you see, we have this recess that's to sit in this bevel, and these set screws as well. Actually, before I get into this, let's just run over here and grab some blue Loctite. I'll use red Loctite. Oh, you know what? Well, one thing after another. Let's see. White lithium. I do not see the anti-seize. Well, that sucks. Let's see here. Ah, here it is. Anti-seize. You'll need the anti-seize for the gas tank mounts for the lower. You will need the Loctite for these two set pins here. Okay, we're just gonna back it out. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was enough for both fuckers. Yeah. So, for the record, don't do what I just did. That is far too much. Alright. Once you get them in with the Loctite, get your excess wiped off, back your set pins out until they're about flush. And we're going to run these in. Alright, I'm going to do this preset style, because I don't want to fight with it for that long. Alright, that worked fairly well. Now we're going to take the new nut, and you're going to use the overly beveled side on the top so that it clears. There we go. Yes, use the overly beveled side on the top, not on the side to meet the threads, because you want to have clearance for the pin inside of the stabilizer. So we're actually going to approach this one from the other side now as we're tightening. So we want the bars to be able to bind against our torque. There we go. Let's see. Try to make sure this is make sure it's as square as possible, and that's where those set pins really come into play. Okay, we're going to loosen this end. snug this side. And that's gonna pitch it slightly clockwise. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Now that I'm happier with the look of that. You are supposed to torque this down to 72 foot-pounds of torque, but as this isn't going to be a permanent application until spring, when I actually apply the rest of the stabilizer. Okay. That looks centered. I have my lock nut. You're going to set your... We're done with the Loctite. It was only those set pins, and you don't have to torque those. Those are just there to keep it from turning. Next move is the tank mount, or frame mount, just above the tank. Be careful when you're taking it out. Not only do you have a pinch pin, you have your hardware in it as well. Okay. And we're going to get an 8mm. Again, this is only for the CBR F4i. This is particularly a 2004, so it could be different years. You know, it did span quite a few. It didn't say anything about these rubber bushings, so I'm going to assume those stay. I think these washers probably stay as well. I don't know if you guys seen Deadpool yet, but what a movie that was. Even if you don't know any of the backstory of Deadpool, that movie is more than entertaining. Alright. Now, on the F4i particularly, you want this arrow pointing forward so that you're clearing the tank and the GPR unit. I don't know how much of this you guys actually can see. Unfortunately, my phone is almost dead, so I didn't have a chance to set my angle with my GoPro app. Off the brain. Alright. Now that that's in, let's see, can I see my time? 5 minutes. I think I can finish this in 5 minutes. Alright, once you have it set, you don't want to torque it down. You just want to make sure that everything's going to line up. Okay, nothing's hitting. And as long as nothing's hitting, try to work these bolts back out. There we go. Now, once you get the bolt out, this is where your anti-seize is going to come into play. Alright, once you have your anti-seize, because you are putting steel through aluminum, you're going to get some shit that corrodes in there. It's going to end up nasty. You don't want any of that. So, now there's no torque specs for these. You just want to kind of give them a good pull so that you know that they're in there. Dang, I didn't think these were going to be so tedious coming in and out. And freedom, okay. Back to the anti-seize. You just want it in your threads. It really doesn't have to be a lot. The threads are the part that's going to oxidize and cause you a headache if you ever try to take this off. Honestly, the mounts are bike specific, so even if you sold the stabilizer in the future, you know, unless you're selling it to somebody with the same bike as you, none of the hardware is going to matter. They're going to have to buy new hardware anyway. So, okay, with that in mind, we've got those cranked down. All right, we are getting places. All right, be careful again when you pull this, as it has the mounting hardware in it. All right, and that's essentially it. Center it. Drop your set pins in. Kind of contour them so you feel them. Oh, that is the wrong Allen. Contour them. If you can tell, I'm getting pretty excited right now seeing it this far on the bike. So just like the last one, give it a little wiggle so that you see that the threads are lining up and set in. From there you can go on and bring your threads down once you know that you're not cross-threading, you're not biting into it funny in some way that you're gonna regret, because ideally you just spent $500 on your stabilizer and you don't want it to be damaged because you installed it too quickly. All right, and that's it. We have everything down. Now remember, you have Loctite on these, you have lubrication grease on these. Other than that, you have your two that go in the top, 75 foot-pounds of pressure on your lock stem. And that, my friends, is pretty much it. You take all your pieces from your factory pieces, put them in a sandwich baggie, throw them in your toolbox, hang on to them for a while. Let's hop up on this thing here. Ooh, she looks pretty. And the instructions say put it halfway, so that's 4 in my case, not 5. We don't go to 10. And then sweep. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we're not impacting anything, so. Yeah. All right, you guys, well, that has been the GPR install on the 2004 Honda CBR F4i. Next video, I assume, will be me out testing. So, with that in mind, everybody, enjoy your weekend. If you get out there and it's not snow-filled like it is in Detroit, you guys get out there and just be safe, you know? Safety is always priority. But this has been The Dude, or iDude. iDude87 on the PSN. Come find me, play video games. And this has been the GPR, oh my goodness, stabilizer. Oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. This has been the GPR stabilizer install. And yeah.